And welcome to your August 2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, and whether it's your first time here or you're a return viewer or subscriber, I want to thank you. Okay, guys, I'm almost at 5K, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do something special. So, guys, make sure you turn on and subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any announcements that I may make, because those videos don't usually get as many views as my regular videos. All right, so Libras, let's go ahead and see what's going on with you guys for this month. Okay, it's August. It's August. I'm a summer person. I'm a Pisces, but I love the summer, and it's like bittersweet that it's already August, especially where I live in this part of the world, because that means, like, you know what, let me be optimistic. I'm just going to enjoy this month, okay? I'm going to enjoy the heck out of August, all right? Let's go ahead and get into your reading. First card we have is the Magician in reverse, okay? So what is it that you feel like you can't make happen, Libra? Okay, Libra, you feel like you're not able to manifest something. For some of you guys, someone may be trying to manipulate you, or you may feel like maybe you're doing the manipulating. Okay, but where the Magician is in reverse here, it's that you're not quite successful. Okay, so it's either you're not successful at something that you're trying to create, or there's some type of trickery business going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, all right? For some of you, you may be dealing with a Virgo, okay? If you're not dealing with a Virgo, then this is a situation where I feel like you're frustrated because you feel like you're not able to manifest something. But this person, it may just be a situation where if you're in a relationship or you're seeing someone, they're just very slow going, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving energy. They're very picky and particular about who they are into, get into relationships with and who they are going to commit to. For others, you may be either being manipulated by someone who is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so be careful of that. If that's not the case, maybe you're trying to manipulate. You're not being very honest with someone who is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? And for others of you, I feel like this is just, especially for my singles, I feel like this is just you feel like you don't have the ability to manifest the kind of stability and security that you want in a relationship. And I mean, that could be for my relationship people also, not just my singles. All right, so let's move on and see what your challenge is for this month. What's crossing this energy? We've got the Star card in reverse. Well, it looks like your self-esteem is not that high, okay? Your confidence isn't that high. If that's not the case, then with the Star card in reverse, that just means there's going to be some obstacles, okay? Anytime you see the Star card, it's star-crossed lovers, all right? So yes, it's a very positive card, and when it's in the reverse, it just means that it's going to take a little bit longer than you expect for things to work out the way you would like it to work out. For some of you, you may be dealing with an Aquarius, okay? Also, we have the Ace of Pentacles here, so I feel like you do have the possibility, or the foundation could be there, but you're just going to have some patience, okay? I feel like your challenge is to have this new foundation, have something that's stable, but obviously we've got some patience or some issues with patience that we need to work on, okay, Libra? All right, moving on to what you're coming out of in the past. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. So it could have been a situation where someone wasn't communicating with you, okay? You weren't getting the communication that you wanted, or the communication was off. All right, you could have been dealing with a fire sign that was younger than you in the past. If that's not the case, the Page of Wands in the reverse can just indicate some stagnation in your relationship or in your love life. Clarify that we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, so it was a lack of effort being put into a situation. So maybe you just didn't feel like you had it to give, okay? Maybe back then, whether you were in a relationship and you just didn't have the energy for it, or, whatever this situation was, you didn't have the communication, you didn't have the energy, you just didn't have anything to give this situation, okay? And you felt like you were maybe even frustrated because you felt like you weren't getting the kind of results you wanted to out of that particular situation. Okay, going on to move on to what your future energy is, Libra. Ooh, we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is a clearing up of communication, clearing up of misunderstandings. The Queen of Swords is also the friend zone card. Okay, so for some of you, you may have met someone and you're like, listen, this is not moving the way I like. Let's just be friends and see where this goes. Okay. For those of you, you may be in a relationship with an air sign, okay? But if not, this is just a situation where, let's go ahead and clarify this, Queen. Yeah, Four of Swords, all right? So I feel like this is a straightening out of misunderstandings. The Four of Swords represents like the calm, represents peace. So maybe you've made peace with the situation, okay? Whether it's to have the patience that you need to wait for the results to come, or whether you've made peace with the fact that this is not the situation for you. All right? Go ahead and moving on to what you want, Libra. And you want to stop fighting. You want to stop fighting. You don't want any more mind games. And I feel like that's what's coming with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords cuts through all the crap, okay? So I feel like that's the direction you're moving in. You're like, look, I don't need to be manipulated. I don't need to manipulate anyone. I don't need these misunderstandings, okay? I want clarity. I want to know exactly what's going on. Whether it's going to be something where it takes us a while to get to commitment, or whether this is not what I want, or whether this is not what you want, right? Because with the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, that's the energy of being very critical and very picky in relationships. They're very, very careful who they are in relationships with. So if that's your energy, then you may decide, look, this is not the situation for me. All right, or vice versa. You may be dealing with someone who comes to you and says, look, I want to be clear with you that the way things are going does not work for me, okay? Go ahead and clarify what you want. You want to end to third-party situations. You want to end to not feeling like there's any fun in your life. Okay, so if it's not a third party, you want to end to the conflicts. You want to end to feeling stuck. Okay, you want to end to feeling like there's no fun and there's no happiness in your love life or your relationship. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to what you're thinking or what's motivating you, internal factors, all right? Ooh, we get the Lovers. You want to have a relationship that means something to you, okay? You don't just want a frivolous relationship. But before I go too far, I'm going to clarify this, because the Lovers can mean a few things. The Lovers in the internal factors, it's not just about wanting to be in love, but it's about your point of view on love, right? So at least you have a positive outlook where it comes to love. Now, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, there is some type of imbalance here. There is a situation where someone either had the upper hand, or there was some lack of security or stability in the situation, okay? So yes, you may have feelings for this person. Yes, you may feel like this person is someone that, you can have and create and build a bond with, but there's something missing, okay, Libra? And there's been something missing, I feel like. And love comes in many different forms, all right? So sometimes if you have to love somebody from afar, you love them from afar. But love is also about being honest, okay? So maybe it's just time for some honesty, okay? It's time to really sit down and say, hey, let's clear the air, because that's really what you want, okay? You don't want any more conflicts. You don't want any more fights. You don't want any more misunderstandings. So I feel like internally, it's like, yes, you want to be in a relationship. Yes, you want love. But at the same time, we don't want this imbalance, okay? We don't want this feeling like either, you have to go to someone all the time and beg them for their love and attention and affection, or vice versa. If it's something that's not forthcoming from you and this other person feels like they've got to always try to either manipulate it out of you or beg you for it, then that's not balance, right? So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and look at your advice for this. The advice card is the King of Swords in the reverse. Where are you not being honest, Libra? Okay, where are you not where are you not communicating clearly? Are you being very opinionated and not taking into consideration how someone else feels about a situation? All right, so maybe this is you. Maybe you are the one who is not taking the other person into consideration. Maybe you're the one who's, being very picky, and therefore that's why this person feels like they have to try to manipulate what they want out of you. Some of you, maybe you're the one who's taking your time to move towards the commitment, and the other person is getting impatient and beginning to do things where they feel like they have to manipulate certain responses out of you. All right, but here with the King of Swords in reverse, this is your advice. So your advice is to see all the places where you are being overbearing. Where are you being overly critical? Okay, are you being unfair? Okay, is this a situation where you're creating the imbalance because you're so strict and stringent in your views and how you want things, that this other person is thrown off balance because they're always having to conform to whatever it is that you want, Libra? All right, let's go ahead and move on to your external. Okay, so external, we've got the Four of Wands. So this other person wants a relationship. They want to move things along, okay? They want to move towards commitment. They want to move towards the next level with you, okay? Go ahead and clarify that. We've got the Justice in reverse. But they feel like they feel like things are not fair. They feel like you're not being fair about this situation, Libra. Okay, now, unless this is how someone is seeing you, and just based on the advice card and a few factors here, Libra, it does seem like that this other person is kind of looking to you to lead the way, right? They're kind of following your lead, and maybe because you're not moving fast enough, you're not moving quick enough, you're not showing them enough, you're not giving them enough fast enough, they're getting frustrated. They're feeling like it's not fair, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship, but maybe you just haven't put a ring on it, but you've been together forever. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a ring on it already, but maybe this person wants kids now. Or, you know what I'm saying, they want to move to the next level. Maybe they want to buy a house. You're not ready to buy a house. Whatever it may be, there's something that you're taking your time to get to that place, and this person feels like you're not being fair, okay? Because in a relationship, it is about what both people want. So we do both have to talk about this. So we do both have to sit down and say, okay, look, let's be truthful about why maybe it's taking so long to move to the next level. And maybe you be honest about the fact that you're concerned about the security of the situation. You're not very confident in the fact that you guys have a sturdy foundation. All right, there's nothing wrong with that honesty, because I feel like, Libra, it's really that time. Like, honestly, I feel like it's time for a little bit of honesty, okay? Moving on to what your hopes and your fears are. We've got the Chariot in reverse. So I feel like you fear that you're going to rush into something, or you're going to push something, or you're going to allow this person to push you in a direction that you're not ready to go into. Okay, we go ahead and clarify that energy, and we get Temperance, right? Because you know that there needs to be balance. Even though you may have the upper hand of the situation, it may be a situation where the person gave you the upper hand. All right, maybe you're just dealing with someone who tends to let their partners take the lead, and now that you've taken the lead, they don't like where you've led them to, and they're complaining. Okay, it could be something as simple as that. But maybe, once again, it's a situation where you feel like, things are boring. Maybe this Knight of Pentacles represents the part of the relationship where you get into a routine, okay? Things tend to slow down a little bit, all right? You've been together for a while, and things are starting to slow down, and you're feeling like things are boring. You're feeling like, you're not really enjoying this right now. And so, it's a situation, maybe you're withholding because you feel like this person is not giving everything you want from them either. And so there's a lack of balance on both sides, okay? We have one person who's looking to another person to be the leader, and then the other person who's not really trying to go anywhere because they feel like you're not a good follower. It's like, yeah, I don't mind leading us, but, it's like when we get there, what are we going to do then? what's going to change. If we have issues on this level, right? If we have issues right here on the ground floor, on the second floor, the third floor, wherever you're at, you're trying to move to the penthouse. I don't want to take these issues to the penthouse. I kind of feel like that's what's going on with you guys, all right? Go ahead and move on to the outcome for this reading, and we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, okay? So it's really about a situation where I think maybe you're dealing with someone who is, you know, unrealistic about how to move in relationship situations, okay? The Hangman in reverse can be seen as someone who is a little bit overly idealistic, as far as love. Okay, they're kind of naive when it comes to love. For some of you, this Hangman can represent a Pisces. So if you guys are in a relationship with a Pisces, guys, let me know, okay? If you're in a relationship with another Libra, if you're in a relationship with a Taurus or an Aries, guys, let me know what signs are out there, okay? I see a few here. But yeah, it's a situation with the Hangman in reverse, and there's also no moves being made, okay? With the Hanged Man, it's like you know why you got to where you are, and you know that it's time to make the next move. With the Hangman in reverse, there's a little bit of martyrism, victimization. Someone feels victimized, you know, whatever. So let's go ahead and clarify that energy. We've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Someone doesn't have the courage. All right, Libra, you don't have the courage. It seems like you're lacking the courage, or they're lacking the courage to move past things or move on. Maybe you're lacking the courage to have this conversation that needs to be happened because, you know, maybe it's just something as simple as not wanting to hurt someone's feelings. But the thing is that actions speak louder than words. So even though you're not verbally expressing how you feel about something, your actions are saying these things. Your actions are saying how irritated you are, how annoyed, how you're not really happy with the situation. The fact that you're not moving to the next level, or the fact that you're taking your time, speaks volumes. Okay, so, you know, don't be afraid to hurt someone's feelings. Go ahead and have that conversation. You never know what kind of peace it could bring you. Okay, it may bring you that clarity that you're looking for. Maybe this other person already knows, and especially if they are the kind of person to be a follower, then they need you to lead. They need you to be honest. They need you to say, hey, this is where you need to pick up the slack. Okay, it's like they're waiting for the confirmation. All right. So I just feel like, you know, it's about honest communication here and finding the courage to really either say, you know what, this is the situation for me, or, you know what, this is not the situation for me. All right, guys. So Libra, that has been your August reading. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. If you enjoyed this reading, but you want something that's a little bit more personalized, you guys can always contact me for a personal reading. All my information is in the description bar below, or just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you that way. All right, guys. But yeah, if you have any questions about this reading also, you can let me know, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Libra.